It's week 6 of the National Football League, and we've got a showdown in the AFC North. It's the Browns and the Ravens on Monday Night Prime Time.
They love their crab cakes and they love their football. That's what Maryland does. And we are at M&T Bank Stadium down near the Inner Harbor of Baltimore. Tonight we finish off week 6 with a good Monday nighter between the Cleveland Browns and the Baltimore Ravens. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. The numbers for him from a week ago. 13 carries, 58 yards.
He's been a huge part of their winning streak because he establishes not just an identity and a tone, but the team relies on it. He takes care of the football, he gains yardage for him, chews up clock, and that's been a big part of why they're winning games lately.
And he's able to get up here to the 26. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And he will have a... Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From the gun, it's Jackson. A throw taken in by Tylan Wallace. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. They go back to the ground with Dobbins. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. First carry for Nick Chubb. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. Now this defense for the Ravens, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll start with a handoff to Dobbins. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw caught there by Wallace. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Oh, I see you nodding your head along with me, partner, because it's pretty obvious what they were trying to do there on the drag route. With his speed, they're hoping he can turn the corner and maybe take this to the house. But that was excellent work defensively to make sure once he caught it, he wasn't going anywhere.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. And here's Hoffrichter now, the punter, as he sends this one away. That's taken on the 25. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. I don't know what the heck he was looking. Well, this crowd does not like that call.
Understandable reaction from them. That's their team that the penalty's going against. But you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
Following the penalty, Chubb. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside of the 40. Adrian Amos up to make the tackle. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Chubb will get the call running left. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. Oh, he gets free left side. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
They'll give it to Chubb, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it and let's go with it.
Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Jackson. He's able to find Wallace. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Off the edge, the sack by Matt Ioannidis. After the sack on first down, Jackson, throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews. His fourth touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And we are tied here in the second quarter. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's... for the Ravens touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. And we check the rushing numbers so far here into Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down the stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think you should just think about 1,000 yards either. The bar has to be set higher with this beginning.
Now a play fake here on first down. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And it'll be 2nd and 10.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for, because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play, because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. A run for Nick Chubb. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
53 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Ball at the 6 here as they work with a 2nd and 2.
from the gun. It's a give to Chubb. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The Browns on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
Yeah, the Browns are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Chubb.
And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Nick Chubb with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Browns have taken the lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off.
Takes it at the 7.
And deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown.
I think you'd have to say Nick Chubb, pound for pound, one of the most powerful runners in the NFL. He proved it there.
Yeah, and that's a run born out of ferociousness. He took on that initial contact and in his mind just screamed, "Out of my way," and kept right on going and wound up turning it into a big play.
And the next-gen stats shows he picked up an even 20 yards after the initial contact.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now 21-7. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. And how does he rally the troops, so to speak? He's played well, but they're down big on the scoreboard. How does he get his guys going?
To make sure they understand it's not a me game, it's a team game. Everyone has to come together. Everyone has to up the level of play a little bit, including himself, and find a way to make some plays in order to give them a little bit of a spark and rally the team.
We'll see if they can indeed rally down big on the scoreboard right now. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews. 7 yards to pick up there.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And Jackson throwing once more. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison.
And the Browns are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Now Nick Chubb and the Browns get set for their next possession.
It may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books. But it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. I think you're going into halftime with a good-sized lead. Not so fast. That pick six really changes the complexion. Probably also changes the halftime speech.
No doubt about it. Instead of going in relaxed, you're probably a little more uptight right now. Probably a little bit angry. Let's see if they can get their focus back.
Tucker with the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. A good gain on first. Has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. He'll drop to throw.
He's going to drop this one down for Chubb.
Oh, Chubb fumbled it, but fortunately he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Browns are able to strike quickly for 6.
So that's about as crazy of a play as you're going to see. He lost the football, got it back, and took it into the end zone.
And it's really tough on the defenders, isn't it? Because when they see it loose football, sometimes you end up kind of shutting it down and you go into fumble recovery mode and you forget about the guy who fumbled it in the first place. That ended up costing him.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off.
Fielded just outside the goal line.
And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 of the 24. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Jackson now. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Jackson will throw again. That'll be caught. Wallace hauls it in. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Jackson on first down. Dancing to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
On 2nd and 10, Jackson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
On 3rd down, Jackson.
He'll swing this out to Dobbins.
And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds.
Good job, baby. Good job.
A very important third down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up 1st and goal.
They go play action now. Jackson, he'll buy some time right. And it's caught. All that for a 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
And they ran just a little underneath route here on 1st and goal, but there's really not a whole lot of room to operate this close to the goal line. He's just not able to get loose after the catch.
On 2nd and goal, Jackson flushed out right. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson, as the first half is winding down. And the Ravens are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started.
And we'll see what they opt to do with just 14 seconds remaining until intermission.
Well, indeed, trying to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run.
Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down.
So, you want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it.
With both of these offenses having their way, it's not likely they'll need to be doing a whole lot at halftime. But the defenses are definitely in need of some adjusting. And for the call of the second half, let's go back out to Brandon and Charles.
Yeah, Coach, certainly no shortage of action in those first 2 quarters. Definitely got to work on my touchdown calls, so we'll see how much voice I have left for the second half here.
It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. So here are the Browns to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters.
And the Ravens are going to take possession here at their own 33.
Not the way you envision things to start out the 3rd quarter. 1 play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins.
And he stopped immediately there. Rashaan Evans out of Alabama had the tackle defensively. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. To throw is Jackson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins.
Oh, he bowls over him. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Got his man there. It's Wallace complete. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. Play action. It's Jackson. They'll roll him out right. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. It'll go as a sack and a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 2nd and goal. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Dobbins. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Tucker with the extra point. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd. A drive that time of 6 plays.
And it's finished off by a touchdown run from J.K. Dobbins.
So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time, 1-play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Well, they were unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
106 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Handoff comes to Chubb. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw it.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Dante Oweh in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
McLaughlin now for the Browns field goal.
This officially a 55-yard attempt. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and we will remain tied here in this 3rd quarter. The 55-yard attempt, normally you'd say well within his range. A little surprised he came up short.
And he knew it immediately, didn't he? They are so calibrated, aren't they? They can tell the touch, the feel. When they put the foot to the ball, whether it's going to be good or not, he knew immediately he didn't have that one.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Wallace. They get 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he has to get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. Instead of a 3rd and 4, now they have to manage a 3rd and 9 after the delay of game. Now it's Jackson. He's got his man. That's Wallace. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a handoff for Dobbins. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
He hasn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
They'll run on 1st down. Dobbins, and he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown.
Antonio Gandy-Golden.
His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Ravens have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the 3rd quarter.
Tucker now for the extra point. It's up and good, and they jump back ahead, 35-28. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told, and it's capped off by the Baltimore score. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns drive about to get started. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is make sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. A give. This is Chubb, and he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete.
7 yards to pick up there.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
They run. Chubb, fighting off the defender.
And he's going to have a Browns first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Chubb. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7.
They'll drop the throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Brewer. Now the ball comes loose, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Let's see now, Charles. That's 7 turnovers between last week and this week. 3 here in this game, 4 in last week's game.
You know I do my research, right? And I go all the way back to the best coaches that have ever been in this game. And all of them started with ball security in some form or another, understanding that taking care of the ball was the key to winning games. They can't believe what they're seeing right now because they spend all this time on it with the fundamentals, taking care of it, tucking it away, and they're not doing it.
Now Dobbins again on second down.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 53 yards rushing for him in the ball game now. 14 carries.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around a training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock, and this is second and less than a yard. A give, Dobbins trying the right side, and he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, his second touchdown of the night. And the Ravens are looking to run it to 5-1 on the season as they add to their fourth quarter lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead now up to 14. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
And now the Browns coming out on the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Now a throw here, hauled in. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb, a solid stiff arm. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The job one to pick up the first down is complete. That was a big third down conversion, but they got to watch the clock. It's starting to become their enemy a bit here in a 2-score game.
Which means they have to pick up the pace, right? The tempo has to be up. And what they do is they tell the quarterback in his helmet, hey, listen, when we pick up the first down here, tell everyone we're going. We're moving now to 2-minute offensive phase, and everyone on the bench area, they're waving them along too. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Got a man. It's Schwartz, complete. And the Browns are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. The Browns trying to get back and set quickly here. Time ticking away. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Back to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again.
3rd and goal, and keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory.
He's going to go up top for the end zone.
And this one dropped in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be, and now it's 4th down.
The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed in an attack game. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So a minute and change to go, and this is going to be an onside kick. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing.
Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. The Ravens taking a knee with victory seemingly in hand here. Down to a knee goes Jackson, and that should seal it.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Ravens, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road.